Welcome to another episode of Minus Two. I'm here with my co-host, Kimbo.
What's up, bitches?
And we have a few things to talk about, a few interesting things. Some tournaments happened during the weekend. Other than that, there's nothing like huge, but just a bunch of little small things, once again.
Well, there's like one kind of huge thing, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, so the first thing I want to talk about are the results that happened, the tournaments that happened during the weekend. So FV Cup happened. That's like by like I forgot what it was called, but like it's where does ZN come from? What's the
Singapore.
Singapore? Yeah, it's like around there. So that's the first one that happened, and ZN ended up winning. UD Fight Club UD. Never heard of him.
No, I never heard of that name before.
A Cammy player though.
Of course, everybody's a Cammy player nowadays.
So I'm looking at this right now. I'm looking at the list of the top 8 for FV Cup.
Okay.
This is in order of who won.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay.
And you're gonna tell us what character they played too, right?
Yep. Because the character they played is what's funny. Okay. So we got ZN Ibuki.
Okay.
UD Cammy.
Oh, okay.
Haitani Akuma. He's switching to Akuma now.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Gamer B Cammy.
Okay.
TSE4, a Balrog and a Chun-Li player.
TSE4. I've heard that name before.
Yeah, me too. But I
think he was on Fightcade. I think that's why I've actually heard the name before. Go ahead.
Mago, Cammy player.
Oh, okay.
Storm Kubo, Abigail.
Yo, if you said Storm Kubo played Cammy, I was about to hang up. Like,
and Nico, XX, a Cammy player. If you noticed, every other name is a Cammy player.
Oh, Jesus.
The Cammy tsunami is
upon us.
It's bigger than any other tsunami that we've seen so far in Street Fighter, in my opinion. Has there ever been this many people playing one character?
I mean, you know, because like even when Abigail or Balrog was hot, like I didn't see that many people.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can't.
I
Emmy's the new whore. She's
yeah, she's.
I probably should have reworded that, but
She is. Well, no, technically, yeah, you're going to her because you want to win money. You're technically whoring yourself out. She's the whore. That actually makes perfect sense. So, yeah, it's a problem.
The
other problem too is I don't know how to nerf her without over nerfing
her. Put her back to season 1.
All right, never mind. Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she'll be fine there.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and 3-bar V trigger. I think does she have a 2-bar V trigger?
He has a 2-bar V trigger. Yeah, I think so.
Make that 3.
I mean, is it that good?
Her V trigger? Yeah, she gets free mix-ups.
I mean, yeah, but she always did. So like,
no, but like free mix-ups when she can do as much damage as she does. Like that's
yes, if you say so.
It's bad. So that happened over the weekend. It's funny though. One little thing. So it was okay. I don't think it was. The matches were pretty regular. There was no one that really stood out. However, Haitani with Akuma, he had to face literally 6 Cammys in a row.
Trash. Boo.
Ending up losing to him too. But.
Of course he did. There's only so many times you can face the same character played like 8 different ways. Boo.
Oh, poor Haitani.
You know what? We can't really say nothing about Cammy being overused in Street Fighter when there's another character whose name starts with C that's getting overused in another game altogether. Even though he's my favorite character, I will admit he kind of carries me. Cells OD.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like they're not gonna do anything about him either. I honestly don't know what they're gonna do in Dragon Ball. They
need to add new defense mechanics. That's all.
They really.
That's why I said in the last podcast I don't think they can do anything. I think the only thing they can do is wait for the next version and then call it a day.
Well, yeah, that's true. This is what's it called? Arc System Works, so they like to do different versions and shit.
Yep.
We're gonna have Super Dragon Ball Fighters coming out like next year or some shit.
Okay, so with that out of the way, E-League, also the tournament finally ended. And that one was good. Did not expect Smug to stand out as much as he did. He beat everybody. He beat the top 5 guys that we thought were the top 5, basically.
Hey.
He beat Fujimura.
Yugadon, the traitor, as he's formerly known. Go on.
It's funny because Kimbo was rooting for Fujimura up until he found out it was Yugadon
No,
last week.
I thought he was just like an up-and-coming Ibuki player who was just like really good. I was like, yo, who is this guy? This guy's really dope. And then last week you told me, oh, that's actually Yugadon. Because you accidentally called him Yugadon. I was like, oh, I forgot he changed his name to Fujimura. I'm like, wait, hold on. Fujimura is Yugadon? The traitor who left the Nash Boys right after season 1? My man's a traitor. Fuck him.
Damn.
Not really.
Maybe he likes Ibuki more than Nash.
Nah. Because if that's true, he would have played Ibuki the minute Ibuki came out. He did not do that.
Didn't he basically?
Oh, nope. He did not do that. He kept playing Nash all of season 1. Then all of a sudden, season 2, oh my god, Nash got nerfed. All of a sudden, he's playing Ibuki. Fuck out of here.
Well, anyways, let's look at who Smug eliminated on his way to Grand Finals, okay?
Yeah, let's go in a more positive direction.
So Smug eliminated, first he eliminated Fujimura 3-0, okay?
That's right.
Fujimura was dominating in every tournament. Right? For him to get 3-0 was crazy. Then he eliminated Punk 3-0.
I mean, well, Punk kind of washed out.
Damn.
Yeah, I said it.
I thought I was the guy that was supposed to.
I just wanted to say it before.
I thought you were literally about to defend him, and then I could just like interject. But
no, there's no defending him. I was never trying to defend him any of these times that I always interrupt you and stuff. I'm just tired of you always bringing it up. So I just brought it up before you did.
Okay, well, yeah, he beat Punk. Punk was actually kind of a favorite, only because he looked like the Punk of old.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's
throughout the whole E-League then, so that's why people were thinking like, oh crap, he's going to do really good. But I'm going to get back on Punk actually a little bit after this. He beat Problem X.
Okay, all right.
And then he beat Daigo.
Okay.
And then he went on to Tokido, which he did technically beat him in the first set.
Okay, Smug, I see you. Black excellence at its finest. Let's get it.
Yeah.
But let's talk about what happened in Grand Finals.
Yeah, so, okay, E-League, the thing is, okay, so this finals was on TV. So they have commercial breaks in between every match. And what happened was when Smug reset the bracket, which he beat Tokido pretty clean. The first match, I think, was like very close, but the second and third weren't as close, and he kind of dominated Tokido. So it was 3-0, and then he reset the bracket. When he reset the bracket, they went on to a commercial break.
Which is the dumbest thing on planet Earth to do. How are you going to all of a sudden interrupt this man's flow, this man's swagger, Listen, I have no problem with these companies getting their ad revenue and stuff. Make your paper, make your stacks, but do it before Grand Finals, do it after Grand Finals or something. Do it before the top 3, do it in between top 8, in between every single match. That's fine. But Grand Finals, whether the brackets reset or not, that all counts as one match.
Yep.
Don't interrupt that for your damn commercial. Were they even good commercials?
I don't know. I wasn't watching it from live TV. I was watching it from the stream.
Okay.
I just know on stream all of a sudden it just said 10-minute wait. I was just like, what? Everyone in the stream chat was just like, what?
I would have been tight, bro. They probably put on some dumbass commercial about like Charmin with those fucking like bears and shit.
Yeah, it was
everybody's time.
Really dumb. I have a big problem with this because people wouldn't think that there's a big problem because people are like, it was a long set, there had to be commercials. No, you don't do that for a fucking UFC fight.
Right.
You don't do that for a boxing fight. You don't just, before you start the 8th round,
let's have a quick commercial break.
Yeah, quick commercial break for like 10 minutes, and then go back to the fight. Like, you don't do that.
You finished the whole damn fight.
Yeah, this is a professional sport. You don't just do that. That just seemed
For
very
those,
wrong to me.
for those who didn't watch it, what ended up happening?
Tokido ended up winning.
Of course.
He didn't just win. He like won pretty clean. I mean, Smug did take a game, but it was like a really close game. That didn't even seem. It just seemed like Tokido was just making a few mistakes. Outside of that, Tokido just looked a lot more clean. He changed up his game completely.
You know what bothers me like the most about it? Like players will go out of their way sometimes to go back to character select to get a moment to breathe to try to kill their opponent's momentum.
Yeah.
But when you
We call it icing.
When you do it for them for 10 minutes, like come on, bro. You literally just gave Tokido like a yes. You know, you
And
gave
this is the thing is too. Tokido's a Japanese god. You give him time. He's in the basically 10 minutes to him is the hyperbolic time treatment. He just gave himself like a year of training.
Dead ass. Like why'd y'all do that, man? Y'all ruined the whole thing. And y'all trying to say y'all want America to succeed, and you sabotaging America. Come on, TBS. What are y'all doing?
Yeah, putting a mistake in the middle of that was a huge mistake. They should see the grand finals as one whole match and not interrupt it. Just like they do with UFC matches or anything like that.
You know what it is? You know, it's their first time dealing with this sort of thing.
Yeah. So you get a pass here. You get a pass here because it's your first time. Okay.
You do it again. That's yours.
Yeah, you do it again. Now it's like, okay, really?
TBS get boycotted. I'm gonna call y'all racist because you did it to Smug. I'm gonna pull that card because it's convenient. Don't play with me.
So yeah, that was bad. Tournaments aside, so yeah, Tokido won. Oh, real quick too. The first match of that whole tournament was Tokido versus Punk, which was a rematch of when Punk fell. It was never the same.
Greatness.
What's funny about this is that there were interviews like done, you know, that's normal on YouTube and stuff like that. But Punk was like, you know, saying like, I got something for Tokido, I'm gonna beat him, blah 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 blah.
Oh, okay, getting everybody's hopes up.
Getting everyone's hopes up. He got 3-0'd. He used, and on top of that, Punk used Cammy on Tokido.
Is that the thing he had for Tokido that was gonna make Tokido lose? When Tokido plays also another top tier character, like you thought that was gonna help Punk for real?
Yeah.
Come on, son. Come on, son.
So,
come on. Hang up the gloves. Hang up the gloves.
Either hang up the gloves or get off your fucking mountain that people have clearly climbed over right now.
Like, hang up the stick, dog, or the pad. He's a pad player, right?
Yeah, he's a pad player.
Yeah.
He's a pad player.
Hang up the pad, man. Your time.
He felt so full of himself that he tried to be a stick player for a little while.
No, yeah, I know. That's no.
He was feeling himself a little too much. So, that aside, real quick, so lag input was brought up again, and you have to see. Now, before, when someone would test the lag input, you know, they would just test out, you know, the button during offline play. But this guy like did it during an entire match instead, which is like a lot more like math into it that he had to put, a lot more work that I would never want to do. But he did this for every fighting game that's out right now.
Okay.
And he put it all in a list of like the best from the worst, blah blah blah. The best being Unil.
Okay. Under Night.
Yeah. The second best being super close, like you can't even tell the difference, is Cross Tag.
Okay.
And then it just goes down from there. Ultra Street Fighter 4 is actually really high up there. Dragon Ball Z is also pretty high up there. But the lowest of the low, that doesn't even match up to any of the others, is Street Fighter 5.
Of course.
Now here's the thing. We already knew it was Street Fighter 5 that was going to be the worst. We already knew.
Yeah.
We didn't know how bad. Okay. Like we knew how, like we had an idea how bad it was. But I think it's actually worse than what we thought it was.
How bad is it?
So what he found out was that during matches, randomly, lag input would happen.
What?
Yep.
We getting RNG on lag input? Like, come on, man.
Yep. So stability. So he not only did he do input lag, he put stability during matches and stuff like that. All of them, you know, there's a lot of them that like go over 90% or whatever. Every Capcom game that's on this list, every Capcom game except for Third Strike, Third Strike's the only one at 97%, which is at the highest. All of them are below 60%.
Wait, hold on. Which Capcom games we talking about? Like
Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter
oh,
Turbo.
oh no.
Uh,
Off the 30th anniversary collection, or like off the original?
that one is the 30th anniversary.
Oh, okay. If it's 30th anniversary, I don't care. I'm like, if you talking about the original, like,
no, I'm pretty sure the original stability is 97%. It
Oh.
seems like the highest you can get is 97%.
Okay, all right. I was about to say, I'm like, Alpha 3 is not that.
Yeah, actually, I missed this one. Ultra Street Fighter 4 is at 96%, so that's really good.
Okay.
Street Fighter 5 is the lowest at 43%. The second to lowest is 55%, which is Turbo on Street Fighter 30th anniversary.
Damn, son.
They need to change that. I don't know if it was the Cody patch, but I'm pretty sure it was not that bad. And on top of that, I noticed it too because I was playing online. Online is so much worse now. So much worse. Whenever someone says, "Oh, online is so much worse," I don't really believe them because like I have godlike internet, so it doesn't matter to me too much. But dude, I went on and 9 of the 11 games I played. Oh my god! You had I don't know if did you see the little video I posted on Facebook?
Do I ever watch your videos you post on Facebook?
Sometimes.
All right. Well, this wasn't one of them.
Damn it! Well, there was a Ryu player that I was playing that he teabagged me, and then at the very end when we both had a pixel and I had him in the corner like it was over. All of a sudden he's standing there and then he's just right in front of me like he did a super he did a teleport with his Gogi set like.
Shout out to Fighting EX Lair.
So I freaked out. I'm like, oh, he's right in front of me. I like went to grab him, but he actually was still standing at that spot.
Oh no!
And hit me, and I died. I'm like, how? What? I went under a Genjutsu. I don't.
Capcom, please.
What am I supposed to do in that situation?
Capcom.
Little stuff like that. But here's the thing. I would understand that was one thing that happened during the whole day. That happened like 9 times with so many different matches.
Oh no, Capcom, please.
It was so bad. And this is me with my godlike internet. So I can't imagine people who have like okay internet. So
Capcom, please.
They need Street Fighter 5 right now is broken. They need to fix that.
I haven't been playing Street Fighter. I haven't really been playing Street Fighter since Dragon Ball came out. Then I jumped from Dragon Ball to Fighting EX Lair, and now I've been playing Absolver for like freaking days now.
We gotta play Absolver. But yeah, I'm so high level on Absolver. I'm like Prestige.
Which like bronze or what?
So I went up 1 Prestige, so like I'm already about to enter 2nd Prestige.
Okay. I'm only on. We probably shouldn't be talking about this on the podcast, but I'm only on like the 1st Prestige. I'm like level 25 on it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I started catching up to you like fairly fast because I really got into this game.
Yeah, I told you there's more to do when you beat it.
But I still beat it though. That was my point.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
It's just there's higher level people that like will give you more techniques and stuff. That's really cool. Yeah, Absolver aside. By the way, free PSN Plus game. There's no reason not to get it.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody, hold on. Let me quick tangent. Like I posted it on my Facebook page the other day, and people were starting to comment like different reasons, like basically like why not to try it. I'm like, nigga, it's free. Shut up. You literally have nothing to lose. Just try. Some people were like, oh, this game was terrible on launch. Am I talking about launch right now? No, I'm talking about right now at this moment. You dumbass nigga.
And the fun fact about that is, I played it on launch. I bought it the day it came out. Mm-hmm. I was excited for it. I was like, oh my god, an MMO that's a fighting game. Like, that's how they advertised it. MMO that's a fighting game.
Okay.
And, yeah, it was bad.
That was bad? Okay, alright. So
yeah. The problem was it was always connected online, so what happened is you would have Street Fighter 5 lag, but you against the computers.
Ugh.
Yeah, so just think about that for a second. Trying to do a parry, like...
I've had some lag spikes a couple times during like the fights and stuff, and it's bad as fuck.
Yeah.
Now
I haven't had that at all with my godlike internet on Absolver at all. And on top of that, they patched it I think like a week later after that, and it was perfectly fine. So the people that are complaining about that, it's like,
Yeah, they just kind of have shitty internet.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I go up against some people with like really bad connections, dude. I was trying to get out of this dude's face for like 10 minutes, and I'm like, "How are you still punching me? You're like 10 feet away from me. How am I getting hit? This does not make sense."
Yeah.
Like it's pretty bad. Like when it's bad, it's bad. But
Yeah,
when it's
when
good,
it's bad.
it's so good.
When it's good, yeah. I love that game.
So
it's very addictive. So yeah, so play Absolver. The Observer. So
Absolver.
Absolver. It's so good.
What were we talking about? We got off on a tangent. What were we talking about?
Lag input. So
Right,
Street Fighter
right,
5
right.
sucking. The sad part is this information came out like Evo's coming up.
Ooh.
Like I hope this isn't I guess maybe people aren't looking at it like they're probably like looking at it like, oh, it's no big deal, but like at a very high level stuff. Dude, if I'm ever facing, let's say I'm facing Burgess and I'm facing him at the best that I possibly am, and all of a sudden I go to jab and it eats my jab, and then he gets like a cross counter off it or maybe like a grab that will stir the momentum, I'm gonna get pissed. And I'm gonna wonder, like, I swear to God, I jabbed before then. I'm gonna question myself and all this other shit when it was really just a game. That's terrible. It feels terrible just thinking about it. I can't imagine actually going through it, which is a possibility if the stability is at 43% and the input lag is at such a high level that it's ever been. So, damn.
Damn indeed.
Lag input, Capcom being lazy assholes aside. I hate to bring this up.
What?
I hate to bring this up because
Yeah,
I don't want this to be true.
You already bring it up.
For the sole reason that I want to hear it from you.
Oh.
Well, who knows how long? But I believe this morning, Ed Boon changed his profile picture.
To a
on Twitter.
picture of alright, hold on, context for those who don't know. Me and John, we were watching E3 together. And the whole time, we're like, the Sony conference, I was like, yo, they're gonna start it off with Last of Us and they're gonna end it with Mortal Kombat 11. I was half right. They did start it with Last of Us,
Yeah.
but no Mortal Kombat 11. And we were thinking like, yo, what's going on? Where's the Mortal Kombat? And then suddenly I thought, what would be funny? They might do a Mortal Kombat versus DC Part 2. And he's like, they would never do that. I said, I bet you they will. And he said, if they do, I will pay you $20. This morning, Ed Boon changed his profile picture to a pic of Scorpion and Batman. Like Marvel vs. Capcom style. Half Scorpion, half Batman.
Well, he did. Well, in all fairness, he denied all the comments that blew up
This
on that.
nigga denies everything. This nigga would have denied, nah, that's not Raiden. That's going to be an Injustice too.
And
That's
his main excuse was that he just wanted to change his profile picture because it's been too long.
Yeah, sure. That was the reason. If you believe this, man, come on. We getting Mortal Kombat versus DC too.
No,
You gonna pay me $20?
I don't want it.
You gonna pay me my $20? You gonna pay me my money? Because I told you it was gonna happen. They were making too many references in Injustice 2 towards MK versus DC. Like they were making it as if it was canon, and I'm like, yo, they are really talking about like what happened and talking about Dark Khan and all that kind of stuff, and Sub-Zero and Raiden, like, oh man, I can't believe we're here again and stuff like that. Like, yo, I told you it was gonna happen. You didn't believe me. Nobody believed me. I told you it was gonna happen. You gonna pay me my money.
I still don't want it to happen.
You gonna pay me my money. But I think
The game almost bankrupted them. That game nearly.
Here's the thing. I think they learned from their mistakes.
No, they definitely did.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They're not Capcom.
But the problem is, DC's never gonna let them have Scorpion cut Batman's face in half.
Right. They'll probably just do the I don't know.
That's what I mean. That alone breaks the game.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know because a lot of people are really pissy about that shit. Like, because Ed Boon be talking about like how many people he wants to work with, but everybody's like, no, I don't want to see my character dismembered. Stop being a little bitch. Like he wanted to work with he wanted to do a Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter a long time ago.
Oh, long. Yeah, they actually had meetings on that one. It was actually there's a documentary on YouTube where you just search it like about that.
Exactly.
Like that literally almost happened. I think they were like one contract away, and then Capcom was like, I don't want to see Chun-Li's legs get chopped off or something like that. There was a quote.
Oh my God! Stop being little bitch.
Yeah, there was a quote about it. Yeah.
Come on, we wouldn't mind seeing Chun-Li get this. Some people specifically
Would enjoy it.
On this podcast wouldn't mind seeing Chun-Li get dismembered or something with all the shit she put me through in season 1. No, I'm not salty about it.
Oh my God. I forgot that you. Oh, Balrog getting his arms ripped off. Now I'm just thinking about it. Yeah.
You see, you're getting a little wet right now. You're getting a little wet by the ears. I know you feeling that.
Yep.
See, yo, Capcom, make it happen. Y'all already fucking up anyway. Y'all need the money. Make it happen.
At this point, just sell out, man.
Yo, just
sell out to something. Just do it.
Yo,
sell out to something good.
Somebody. So, if anything, maybe y'all should think about linking back up with your former partners at Akira or Arika, excuse me.
I was just about to bring that up.
Because they
know what they're doing.
Fighting EX Slayer. Listen, these men came out with an April Fool's trailer, realized that the entire fan base lost their freaking mind at an April Fool's trailer, and they were like,
they thought when they put it out. By the way, there's a documentary on that too that you can find on YouTube. They thought when they put it out that there wasn't going to be that many people caring about it.
Yeah, exactly.
They just wanted to see how Unreal looks with those characters.
But then when the fan base collectively lost their shit,
they're like, oh, you know what? We have motivation to make this now.
Yeah, they're like, oh snap, y'all actually want this? And the rest of them was like, yes!
And they're like, okay.
All right, sure. All right, we'll try, you know.
You know, not like Capcom. You want this? No! Give you the opposite.
Say it again?
Capcom, what they do is, we would be like, we want Ashura and MBCI. Oh, you do now? Fuck you.
Right. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Like, there's no reason not to put the character in there. Literally.
I'm mad. Like, I figured, if you in Marvel 3, if you're going to put somebody like Amaterasu or Beautiful Joe, and y'all haven't made new games, you haven't made any new Okami games or nothing like that in years, but I'm like, all right, y'all want people to know who your characters are or whatever. That's cool. That makes sense. Ashura, y'all didn't really big him up like that, but I figured, hey, the perfect time to, kind of advertise yourself again, put him in the game. Put a little Ashura or something. Give. How come y'all didn't put a...
We can get going on. Actually, we already ranted about MBCI in a lot of...
Yeah, we did. A long time ago.
Yeah.
If you want to see that, check the early podcast episodes. We went in. But, fighting EX Slayer, though, they were like, you know what? Hey, man, we don't really got much, but we'll try. They made it happen. They made a fun game. It's fun first, competitive second.
Yeah. Yes.
And then they were like, hey, if we get enough support, we might even make these 2 characters DLC. And they're 2 characters that people really wanted. Volcano Rosso and Fulham Perna. And guess which company got enough support to be able to make them characters? That's
now,
right.
here's what pisses me off about this situation, though. Here's what pisses me off.
Go ahead.
So, they put out their game. It was for $60. And a lot of people were complaining that was steep, which it was, technically. And I didn't like that they did this themselves. They didn't have any help from anyone else. So, I was wondering, like, you guys should have done that because now you're going to have Volcano Russo and Polam come out, which is cool because we know that it sold well for them. I mean, like, the numbers weren't super high, but it was high for what they did.
Yeah, it was high for what they did.
And how many people are behind it. So they're like, sitting on a good amount of money. And so I was sitting here like, you have to overprice the DLC because you have no choice. Like, you're not working with anyone else, blah, blah, blah. But these guys are doing something that AAA companies have never done. It's a dream. And it's pissing me off.
These motherfuckers.
They basically said thank you to everyone who bought it, to everyone that backed them up. By the way, when I backed them up, I was like, I don't know if I want to back them up because every time I back up a company, I get fucked. No Man's Sky, you get fucked. You get fucked by so many goddamn companies nowadays.
Yo, so I was watching a tournament for Fighting EX Slayer a couple days ago on Kick Punch Block. Shout out to them. Yeah. And even one of the dudes was talking about like, yo, I was worried about supporting this game because I always get hurt.
Yeah.
I always know what it is. It's the same kind of run around all the time. I'm always gonna get disappointed. But these motherfuckers came through.
They didn't just come
First,
through. They were like, you know what, you guys exceeded our expectations, and because of this, we're gonna reward you, the customer, with free content. And on top of that, we're gonna put an arcade mode in there too.
that's the point we're trying to get to. Pull Perna and Volcano Rosso are coming out, and they're going to be free. Nigga, what?
That blew my mind.
I'll go, because the thing is, like, they were making us pay for the colors and everything, so I was like, yeah, I get it. You guys are,
That's what scared me too. I'm like, they're forced to do that.
Yeah, they're forced to do that. So I was like, all right, I guess I get it. I wonder how much they're going to charge for the DLC characters when it happens. And then free, I was like, free? Excuse me?
And then an arcade mode? What?
And an arcade mode. I wasn't even thinking about that. I totally didn't even. I was like, you know what? Like, ever since Capcom did it, I'm like, oh, fuck it. Everybody getting lazy now. Nobody going to put it in arcade mode. They were like, oh, no, we were going to do that just later, and we're going to give it to you for free. But we're not going to wait, freaking 2 years to put it in arcade mode. Way later with some stupid ass gold motif. Ugh, whatever.
Basically, just they are doing something that I've never seen before, and I hope we support them for that. Like, holy
for
shit!
real. Like, listen. To the people who have been listening and who have been supporting Arika and all that, thank you. Because we couldn't do this by ourselves or whatever. To those who are still debating, oh, should I get the game, blah, 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 think about what we just said. This is a company that actually comes through with what they say they're going to do and actually rewards their player base and actually listens to them. But if you still want to play Street Fighter V and shit, go on ahead. You're dumbass.
The thing is, okay, if you're a fan of Fighting EX, or if you think the characters look cool, or you want to try it out, just buy the $40 one.
Buy the $40 one.
There's literally no reason not to buy the $40 one. If you don't want to try it out and you want to try like demo of some kind or something like that, you can go to a tournament, and every tournament there's a Fighting EX layer set up, so you can try it out.
Because niggas are going hard for this and want to do well. Because these developers, these are the same guys who made like the original Street Fighter 2. All right, this was those guys. Then they left Capcom because I guess they realized Capcom is really
They didn't
bad.
like the direction that Capcom was going in.
And boy, were they right to jump ship. Yo, they jumped off the Titanic before it hit the iceberg. They're about to come up. Honestly, if we play our cards right, we can make Arika bigger than Capcom. If we play our cards right.
No, they're not going to be bigger than Capcom because Capcom has
the fighting game
Resident
area.
Evil
In the fighting game
Monster.
area. In the fighting
Fighting
game
game.
area.
Okay,
You see
okay.
what happens when you cut me off? You see what happens when you cut me off?
I mean, you paused there for a while.
I did. I did. But because I thought about what I said. Because I was like, wait, hold on. Capcom got like, Resident Evil.
Oh, Devil May Cry as well. I mean, they're doing amazing with that part.
With everything else. But with fighting games, nah. Capcom getting thrashed on by literally everybody else.
Literally.
Like, Capcom is getting thrashed on because, like the fact that Street Fighter 5 didn't do so hot, like, the last thing y'all had was Marvel vs. Capcom. And y'all, there's dropping the ball, and then there's what they did with Infinite. Like, bro, come on.
I don't know who the
sad excuse.
It's funny because they can easily make the best fighting game.
They really
If they
can.
just put in some fucking work with some motivation or heart.
Some effort. Like, right now, I feel like these characters are being, like, wasted right now. All
They
these characters
own the
are
best
properties.
characters in fighting game history.
Like, how
And they
did you
continue to
not-
fuck it up.
Like, all right, listen. When I heard like Beautiful Joe was gonna be in Marvel, I was like, okay, I could kind of see that. I wonder how he's gonna play though. When I heard Amaterasu was gonna be there, I'm like, oh wow, that's gonna be interesting. A four-legged creature up in this bitch. All right, that's cool. These kind of characters are like interesting, a little different. Like even the same thing with like Marvel too. Like how the fuck is a cactus gonna fight, right? But if there's one character I wasn't questioning at all about how he would fight in a Marvel vs. Capcom game, it's the one who punched a god in the finger and blew him up. All right, Ashura should have been in Marvel vs. Capcom. You know what? I'm not going to go this route again. I get mad every time I think about it.
Capcom, they're just losing their touch. And before, like, there's a lot of videos out there that already explain this about how they're losing their touch and all that stuff. But now it's like it's almost seriously like it's undeniable at this point because the way Cody looks ass. Like,
listen, like when we say Cody looks ass, let's rephrase that for a second. We're not saying his visual design is bad. I like his new design, well, the whole mayor look, personally. The way he animates is very stiff. The only things that aren't that really stiff are like the canned animations, like, you know, when he's doing the throws or when he's doing that one.
Here's the thing, I would forgive all of this if it wasn't a AAA title. Street Fighter V is selling just fine. They're getting Street Fighter money from the movie, way more than enough that they need.
Which, like, I'm still surprised they were getting money.
So So there's no excuse. They have a huge team too. On top of that, like Fighting the X Slayer, I think it has like less than 30 people working on it.
And clearly, at Capcom,
NetherRealm even has less people than fucking Capcom, and yet Capcom can't make a fucking story mode that has anything in between keyframes on facial textures.
Swear to God, do not get me started on story mode in Street Fighter.
Well, I'm just saying, Capcom, like, it's
Capcom got the money, and they're clearly not trying to waste. Like, they won't even hire a translator for Ono, who clearly fucking needs it.
Yeah.
But like, nah. So they're not spending the money like that. Where's the money going? It's not going towards the games.
It's you know what I think it's going to? All the other games. Devil May Cry, Resident Evil, Monster Hunter. All those games are amazing right now. Actually, just last week, they added in arts variations of all the monsters in Monster Hunter, which are like the hardest version for them. And they have like new look and everything. It's and new armor and new weapons. I'm like, what the fuck? And this is all for free. I bet you that's where the money's going. Everyone who just bought Cody, that's where it just went. It went into Monster Hunter, new stuff.
All right. Well, if there's a season 4 pass, I'm gonna put it out there right now. I'm probably not gonna get no season 4.
By the way, I didn't buy the season 3 pass.
Yeah, I know you didn't. I did because I had some hopes, but mostly because I was having hopes for the latter half of season 3. Like, I didn't care about the first half. Like, Sakura's cool, but like I never really cared about her. And Blanca, nobody gives a fuck about him. And Falk. You know, when I thought she was Falke, and I thought, oh, maybe she might be interesting. Boy, was I wrong. But yeah, you know, I was hoping like, oh, at least, you know, Cody, G, Sagat, like they can't go wrong with those guys, right? Well, so far we're 0 for 1. They got 2 more chances. If G, and a lot of people are excited for G just based off his look alone. And if they fuck this up, bro. I'm not gonna say if they fucked it up. They already fucked it up with Cody. They lost a lot of people.
I was just about to say that.
Like, they lost a lot of people. What am I saying?
The point is, Fighting the X Slayer is doing something that no other fighting game company is doing. Now, here's the cool part, too. So, NetherRealm, for example, they put out, like, amazing content, all that stuff. But they would never put out DLC characters for free. Ever. They're still asking for money, stuff like that. It would be like them putting out for free, knowing that their game is the best-selling fighting game ever.
Yeah.
Like, that would be, like, NetherRealm literally saying thank you and then putting out them for free. Like, it's...
And the thing is, NetherRealm knows they're the best seller. Like, Enrico with Fighting EX Layer, it's like, we're doing all right. Yeah, I think we can put these out for free. It's like, nigga, you just, like, crowdfunded this game, essentially. Like, and you already giving us stuff for free. Like, fam, you don't have to do that. Like, honestly, I feel like I'm robbing them.
I was planning on buying those 2 characters regardless.
Right, yeah, I was going to buy them.
Yeah, that was just literally them being grateful when they didn't even have to be.
Yeah,
that's what's so amazing about what this company just did, and why it's just like screams support them, please. If you have any interest in these characters or any interest in playing like a new fighting game just for fun, please buy this game. Buy the $40 one. I'm actually saying just buy the $40 one. You don't have to buy the $60 one. You don't have to take the game seriously because the game is crazy when you take it seriously. So just please.
But fair warning, if you do go online and you run into some Gogis that you've never seen before, don't be getting all pissy and mad when you like, oh my god, how come I can't do that shit? You should have paid the $60 one. I'm just saying.
There are 2 free Gogis that you get every week. So.
But they get rotated, so don't even get attached to them motherfuckers either.
I guess.
So I'm just saying, if you want the full experience, pay the $60. If you don't, hey, that's fine. You can just get the $40 one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can handicap yourself. It's cool. It's whatever. But I'm saying, if you want the real experience, pay the $60 one. But you ain't hear from me.
Yeah. So buy Fighting X Layer because they did something that I have not seen a company do since. No, a company's never done that.
My thing is, now that I know that these characters are going to be free, the money that I was going to put aside to buy these characters, I might as well just buy the costumes then.
Yeah, that's it. No, actually, I just did that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to probably have to do that too later.
So
Might as well.
I mean, I've been wanting the Garuda colors. So yeah, Fighting the X-Layer side. One last thing, I suppose, is a small thing that I kind of forgot about, to be honest. Which is kind of cool, actually, because okay, so with all the problems that I have with Smash players right now, or the Smash community.
Oh boy, here we go again. This is like the third podcast in a row we've mentioned Smash
I know,
players.
but this one is. We have to talk about this, I think. Infiltration put out a bunch of tweets. And we already knew he had interest in Smash Brothers because they had a reaction. I don't know if you guys saw it. If you look at Smash Brothers Ultimate reactions, there's one of them that has some of the top Smash players or known guys in there, and Infiltration is beside them, watching the Smash Ultimate thing and getting hyped with them. He has some super interest in becoming a pro in Smash Brothers now. And on other Mario games as well. He actually mentioned tennis as well. So he wants
Smash is the ones who are thinking like, oh, fighting is probably easy or whatever. You about to learn about the terror that is not only Sonic Fox, because remember that's still happening.
Oh, yeah.
But then there's also going to be Infiltrate. Y'all going to learn today. Y'all going to learn today what a real fighting game player can do in these games.
Yeah, they're gonna learn what we've been dealing with
for years.
So I really am excited to see Infiltration play. I wonder what character he would play.
Probably
he likes
Peach.
running away. He likes doing it. He might play like Sheik or like.
I was gonna say Peach.
Peach.
Yeah,
she's not good though. He does. Well, actually, he doesn't care if they're good.
Yeah, so I'm saying like for the waifu status and plus, like you just said, like the keeping away, you could just like pull up turnips all day.
Well, you can't do that anymore in the newer Smash Bros. You only can do that immediately.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, like you can't really. See, Peach is not like usable basically in the new Smashes.
Wait, what are you talking about? She can't pull up her turnips anymore?
No, she can, but like it's nothing like Melee.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like you might as well pull out a cotton ball.
Oh, damn. Wait, what about the Stitch Face turnip? Like that still don't do that no more?
I don't think that even comes out anymore.
Oh no, they got rid of Stitch Face?
Hold on.
Oh, disrespect. The disrespect.
Hold on. I wanna make sure that I'm right on this. It's just because I've literally, of all the Smash 4 or Smash Brawl that I've seen, no one plays Peach. But let me just.
I mean, that's true. Like, Armada only plays Peach, and that's in Melee, so.
Okay, so yeah, Stitch Face is in the new ones as well. Okay.
Okay, it is. Okay, alright. People just don't play Peach. Alright.
It's a weaker version, though.
Oh, whack.
Yeah, it's a weaker version.
That sounds whack. That sounds terrible.
I guess there is as an added little thing, they did add which is the strongest version, a double stitch, like, it's 2 eyes that are stitched, or something like that, like it's a stronger version.
Oh, okay. So, the Stitch Face.
Yeah, Stitch Face, double Stitch Face is what they call it.
Oh, okay.
But there's way lower percentages on it coming out. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to see Infiltration in Smash. I don't think he's gonna play Peach. I think he's gonna play he needs a character that shows off.
What's up?
He needs a character that shows off, not has a giant dress that doesn't show any leg. So which is why I think he's gonna play like Zeus who's Samus or like Bayonetta.
The only character that really shows off. None of them, like the rest of them, all have dresses. Like
Bayonetta, I guess.
Oh yeah, Bayonetta. Yeah,
actually, Bayonetta's a perfect character for him.
Yeah, he does he always does say he likes the cheap stuff, and ain't get no cheaper in Smash than Bayonetta.
So
Is
gonna be
that it?
interesting. It's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be funny to see. It's gonna be funny to see just Sonic Fox playing it. I just want to see how that goes. If he
Fox-
seriously
anybody-
beats Zero
if-
like he did F Champ and MVCI,
Listen. If Sonic Fox plays anybody other than Fox, I'm gonna get upset. I mean, like, come on, son.
Fox sucks though.
But like, your name is Sonic Fox. You have to do it for the culture.
I don't think he cares.
He got to. Because you don't see, because he always was playing furries and shit. Like, he was playing bears for a little bit until we found out he sucks. So I want to see him at least play Fox for a little bit.
I suppose that's true. So I think that just about does it for info. I mean, E-League was definitely cool. You definitely got to rewatch that. I don't think you watched it, Kim.
No, I didn't watch it.
You're not following fucking fighting game news when you have a podcast.
All right, first off, nigga, I'm gonna eat my dick immediately.
That aside, rewatch E-League. It was actually pretty cool. Especially, just watch Smug's Reign of Terror, basically.
I'll definitely check that out.
Outside of that, someone else. I really hope MK versus DC is not a real thing.
I hope it is, because you're gonna owe me $20, and I hope that Base Goku actually does have Ultra Instinct and DBFZ, because then Scott's gonna owe me $20. So, or was it 10? I don't remember.
10. I think it's 10-10.
It was 10 each. Yeah, it was 10 each. Okay.
I really hope that happens when he dies.
That's gonna be godlike.
But it's not gonna. I really don't.
Yeah, probably not. But hey, a boy can dream.
Yeah, but we can dream, and it's possible.
It is.
So, so that just about does it for this episode of -2.
Y'all already know where you can find me at. Find me on Instagram at Art of Kimbo, or if you're more into, silly fighting game antics, find me on at FGC_Kimbo_Henry is lit. And Super John, where can they find you at?
Super John 1 2 3 4 5. That connects to everything.
All right, and we will see you next week on the next episode of -2 when we talk about whatever other bullshit happens in this next week.
Hopefully not more Capcom bullshit.
Right. So, see you next week, bitches.